Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make crispy fried fish in a spicy tamarind sauce, and it has a tropical tang of tamarind combined with fish sauce, chilies and brown sugar. But first, the ingredients. You'll need fresh coriander, a whole fish, I'm using sea bass or ikan siakap, corn flour, salt to taste, some bell pepper, fresh red chilies, garlic, bird eye chilies. To make the delicious sauce, we're gonna need some fish sauce, tamarind, some brown sugar, and a cup of warm water. Now the first thing I'm gonna do is prep the tamarind. I'm going to let the tamarind soak for about 10 minutes in the warm water. Break up the pulp using a spoon or a fork and set aside. There's quite a bit of chopping for this dish, so let's get started with the garlic first. Simply chop the cloves of garlic as finely as possible and set aside. As for the fresh chilies, just remove the stems, cut them open and de-seed the chilies. Then simply chop them as finely as possible. Onto the bird eye chilies, give them a rough chop and set aside. For the yellow pepper, I'm going to chop it up nice and small, just like the rest of the aromatics. And last on the chopping list, the coriander. Slice off the coriander roots and you may keep them in the freezer for future use if you want. Anyway, separate the coriander stems from the leaves and give the stems a nice fine choppity chop. As for the leaves, I'm only using them as garnish, so a rough chop would do. And we're done with all the chopping. Now let's get back to the tamarind. Since I soaked it in warm water for about 10 minutes, the pulp is definitely easier to work with. I'm using my clean hands to squeeze out as much of the tamarind and separating the seeds. However, you'll still need to use a sieve to separate the tiny specks of seeds and bark from getting into the tamarind water. And this is why using a sieve is important. There's a lot of seeds that we can't catch with our hands. And the tamarind water is done. Set it aside while we get down to some fishy business. First things first, make sure the fish is fresh, gutted, and cleaned thoroughly. Then, using a sharp knife, slice the fish diagonally in 3 or 4 places. Be careful not to cut too much. Turn the fish over and do the same. And this is how the cuts should look like on the fish. In order to get a nice crispy skin, it's important to get rid of moisture on the fish, so grab a kitchen towel and dab away all the moisture. And season the fish with enough salt. Do it on both sides, including the cavity. Then, sprinkle some corn flour onto the fish. Rub the flour all over and repeat on the other side. And the fish is now ready to be fried. In a frying pan, add sufficient oil and turn on the heat. I'm not taking any chances with the hot oil, so I'm well equipped with 2 ladles to fry this fish. Once the oil is nice and hot, gently put in the fish and let it fry for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Once the fish is cooked and golden brown, It's time to remove the fish from the oil. To keep the skin crispy, I'm setting my fried fish on a cooling rack. And now a short recap. We have chopped all the aromatics, fried the fish, and prepared the tamarind water as well. Now let's make that spicy tamarind sauce. Get some oil to heat up in a pot. Throw in the chopped garlic, chillies, and bird-eye chilies. Give all of the aromatics a good stir for about 1 minute. Then throw in the chopped bell pepper and give it a good stir for about 30 seconds. Next, throw in the finely chopped coriander stems and stir. Once the aromatics are fragrant, gently pour in the tamarind water. Add the salty and pungent fish sauce and swirl the sauce around to combine everything. So we've got the spice factor, the sour, and all we need now is the sweet. I'm adding enough sugar to balance the sour and salty. Now give everything a good mix. Have a final taste test and add sugar or salt if it's not enough for you. And for the final touches, sprinkle the freshly chopped coriander leaves for a pop of color. The spicy tamarind sauce is ready. Just to be a little extra, I'm going to serve this dish like how they do it in a restaurant, complete with a layer of fresh lettuce at the bottom and some tomato slices. And I'm going to carefully place the fried fish on the lettuce. Now for the best part, the sauce. Gently layer the fish with this colorful and tasty sauce. And there you have it, guys. This is my fried fish with a spicy tamarind sauce to go with it. The fish is well seasoned and fried to a crispy golden brown color, and the sauce is perfection. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel to watch me share more delicious recipes. See you in the next video. Bye!